So what is death of a partner? If a person dies in the existing partnership firm. So there are two ways. Either they can make the payment immediately by paying cash, sharing profit and loss in the ratio 3:2:1. Pawan and Madan in which ratio? Gain ratio. So what is the gain ratio here? 2:1. Hello everyone, I am Harshita, lecturer, Department of Commerce, Vidyashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence, Mysore. Today we are in the 15th session of Unit 5, that is Partnership Accounts. So my dear students, as I have already told you, this is a quite lengthy unit where you are going to learn in detail about partnership accounts. So you have already learnt about admission of a partner, retirement of a partner. Next you are going to learn about death of a partner. Now we shall quickly recall what we have discussed in a previous session. So in a previous session, we had solved a problem on retirement of a partner. So how we are going to treat each and every adjustment during retirement of a partner. So what is retirement of a partner? If a partner leaves the existing partnership firm, is called as retirement of a partner. So we had solved a problem, that is 10 marks problem on retirement of a partner. And this is a very easy unit, where if you learn admission of a partner, it is similar to that of retirement of a partner, only few adjustments differs. In today's session, we shall continue with a new topic, that is death of a partner. So as I told, in this unit, you are going to learn about admission of a partner, retirement of a partner and death of a partner. Today we shall learn about what is this death of a partner and what are the accounting treatment to be made during death of a partner. So what is death of a partner? If a person dies in the existing partnership firm, is called as death of a partner. For example, there are three partners, M, N and O. Now, there are three partners and they were undertaking their business activity. Now, due to some reason, N dies in the existing partnership firm. So it may be any of the reason. So it may be due to any disease or due to any accident. So whatever may be the reason, if a person or if an existing person dies in the existing partnership firm, is called as death of a partner. Now, when the death occurs in an existing partnership firm, what we are going to do with this account? So let us see what we are going to do with the death of a partner. On the death of a partner, the amount payable is of course some amount because he was part of that partnership firm, right? So the amount which belongs to him has to be paid to that partner, and when a person dies in the existing partnership firm, he is called as a deceased partner. Now, who is a deceased partner? The person who died in the existing partnership firm is known as deceased partner. So, on the death of a partner, the amount payable to him is to be paid to his legal representative, who is called as executor. Now here you have to remember, the person who dies in the existing partnership firm is called as deceased partner. Now if you take the same example here, there are three partners. Now N died in the existing partnership firm. So the amount which has to be payable to N. So the amount which has to be payable to N. So it may be his capital, or it may be his interest on capital, or the commission or the salary which has to be paid to the deceased partner. So that has to be paid by whom? The remaining partner M and O. Now for whom it has to be paid? The amount payable to N. For whom it has to be paid? It can't be paid to N, right? Because he has already dead in the organization. For whom it has to be paid? It has to be paid to his legal representative. Now who will be the legal representative? Any one of the family member of this deceased person is called as legal representative. So whatever the amount which has to be paid to the deceased partner or the partner who have debt in the organization, so it has to be paid to his legal representative, who is called as executor. Now who is executor? Executor is the legal representative of deceased partner. Now for example, here the legal representative of N is A. So A is the relative of N. So he is the legal representative. So whatever the amount which has to be paid to N has to be paid to his legal representative A, who is called as what? Executor. Now A is called as executor. And N is called as deceased partner. N is called as deceased partner. Clear? So A is executor and N is deceased partner. So the amount payable has to be paid to his legal representative, who is known as executor. Now executor's account is prepared to close the deceased partner's capital account. Now why executor's account has to be prepared? Here we are going to prepare executor's account. Why we are going to prepare? In order to close deceased partner's capital account. So first we have to prepare deceased partner's capital account, and that amount has to be transferred to his executor's account. Why it has to be prepared? Why executor's account has to be opened? In order to close deceased partner's capital account. So this you will understand when we solve a problem. Now, what are the settlement of claims to the deceased partner? So, what has to be given to the deceased partner? That is the person who have died in the partnership firm. So, how the settlement has to be made? As I told, the certain amount has to be given as capital. So, whatever the capital which is contributed by the deceased partner has to be given. In the same way, interest on capital, interest on drawings, his salary or commission has to be given to the deceased partner. So the amount which belongs to the deceased partner has to be given. So how that settlement can be made? For example, the amount of deceased partner to be paid is rupees 1 lakh. So how this 1 lakh will be given to his executor? It's nothing but settlement of the amount which has to be given to the deceased partner. So there may be two ways. So the first way is immediate payment in cash. So the whole 1 lakh can be given by the remaining partners to the deceased partner executor by cash. That is immediate payment in cash to the deceased partner executor. Here the amount which has to be paid to the deceased partner can be given to his executor immediately by paying cash. So this is one way. And the second way is transfer of the amount due to the deceased partner to his executor's loan account. Here the amount can be transferred to his loan account and payment in installment with cash. So there are two ways. Either they can make the payment immediately by paying cash, or the amount which has to be paid can be transferred to executor's loan account. Executor's loan account, and this has to be paid by installments with what? With interest. So this has to be paid with installments with interest. So these are the two ways in order to settle deceased partner's capital account. Now, what are the accounts to be prepared during death of a partner? So, accounts to be prepared during death of a partner. So, there are two accounts to be prepared. One is deceased partner's capital account, and the second one is deceased partner's executor's account. So, first we will prepare deceased partner's capital account and the balance or the amount which has to be paid. So, the balancing figure will be transferred to his executor's account. So, as I told, the amount cannot be paid directly to the deceased partner because he is no more in the organization, right? So, that amount will be transferred to his executor, Who is an executor? He is the legal representative of deceased partner. So which are the two accounts to be prepared? That is deceased partners capital account and deceased partners executors account. Now we shall go through the format. So which are the two accounts? Deceased partners capital account. First we shall see the format of deceased partners capital account. So this is partners capital account. So your format will be like this. You will be having debit as well as credit side, particulars amount, particulars amount. Now in your debit side, particulars and amount. In your credit side, particulars and amount. Now how to begin your partners capital account? First you will balance or bring down the balance of capital. First we will transfer the capital of deceased partner. So by balance brought down. Next you will transfer revaluation account balance. So if there is any revaluation account balance, you will transfer that. Next by general reserve, if you have any other reserve like by reserve or general reserve or reserve fund, so his share has to be transferred here. Only his share has to be transferred here. That is by reserve fund, general reserve and reserve fund. Next by goodwill account. So his share of goodwill which has to be borne by the remaining partner. So that has to be transferred. Then if there is any joint life policy and his share has to be transferred. Next salary or commission. So if he has done any extra work in the organization and the organization is giving any extra salary or commission, so that has to be transferred. Here you have to make note here, only the deceased partner's share will be transferred to deceased partner's capital account. Clear? So only deceased partner share. Next by profit or loss suspense account. That is from the date of beginning of the financial year till the date of death. So that amount is called as what? Profit or loss suspense account. That is from the date of financial year. So from the date of financial year till the date of death. From the date of financial year till the date of death. So whatever the profit which belongs to the deceased partner, that has to be transferred to profit and loss suspense account. If there is any interest on capital, so that has to be transferred to your credit side. And coming to the debit side, you will be having drawings, that is deceased partner drawings. Next interest on drawings, that is deceased partner's interest on drawings. So if he has withdrawn any amount, so upon that if there is any interest, so that has to be transferred. Then the balancing figure of partner's capital account, that is deceased partner's capital account, will be transferred to his executor account. So you will record all the items which belongs to deceased partner and the balancing figure of deceased partner capital account will be transferred to his executor account. Next we will prepare deceased partner's executor's account. Now who is an executor? He is a legal representative of a deceased partner. Now here we got a balance in the partner's capital account, that is deceased partner's capital account. We got a balancing figure. As I told, it has to be transferred to deceased partner executor's account. Now bring down that balance. So by deceased partner's capital account, transfer from his capital account. So here we have already transferred from his capital account, that is balancing figure, to his executor's account, right? Now bring down that balance in your executor's account, that is transfer from capital account. Then if the payment is made immediately by cash, then to bank or cash account. If paid immediately. So as I told, there are two ways to settle deceased partner's account, that is by paying immediately by cash or by installments along with interest. So here if it is paid immediately, then to cash or bank account if it is paid immediately. So this is all about, or you can make payment by installment with interest. So that is the other way of making payment to the deceased partner's executor. Now we shall go through a problem so that you can clearly understand how we are going to prepare accounts during death of a partner. Akash, Anil and Adarsh. Now who are the three partners here? Akash, Anil and Adarsh are the partners sharing profit and loss in the ratio 3:2:1. Now they have given their profit sharing ratio 3:2:1. Their capital as on 1/4/2017 were 70,000, that is of Akash, 90,000 Anil and Adarsh 60,000 respectively. Akash died. Now Akash died in the partnership firm on 31/12/2017 and the partnership deed provides the following. So interest on capital at 8%. So now we are going to take into consideration only that of Akash. Okay. So what is interest on capital of Akash? So his capital is 70,000 into what is the rate of interest? 8%. So 8 divided by 100. So this is how you are going to calculate interest on capital of Akash. Next, Akash is having a salary. So he got a salary of rupees 2,000 per month. So we have to calculate next his share of profit up to the date of death based on previous year profit. So firm's profit for 2016-17, 24,000. Now what they have told, we have to calculate profit or loss suspense account. So as I told, from the date of financial year till the date of death. So how much profit is going to gain? So that has to be transferred to profit and loss suspense account. Now what they have told, how we have to calculate that profit or loss suspense account? By using previous year profit. Here they have given previous year profit, that is 2016-17, 24,000. We shall see later how we are going to calculate. Next, his share of goodwill is 12,000. So they have given his share of goodwill is 12,000, which has to be given by whom? Remaining partner. Who are the remaining partner? Anil and Akash. In which ratio? Gain ratio. Next, ascertain the amount payable to Akash executor by preparing Akash capital account. So what we have to prepare? We have to prepare Akash capital account and we have to see how much amount that has to be given to his executor. Now we shall prepare Akash capital account. Yes, so you know the format, how to begin your solution. Write the heading Akash capital account. So who is Akash? He is a deceased partner. So Akash capital account, debit side and credit side, and the debit side particulars amount, credit side particulars amount. So first what you have to do, bring down the balance of his capital. By what? How? By balance brought down. So this is what? Capital of Akash. Bring down his balance of capital first. So what is the capital of Akash? So Akash capital is 70,000. So by balance brought down, bring down his capital, how much? 70,000. Next what they have told, they have given some adjustment, right? So what they have told, see the first here, interest on capital at 8% per annum. So calculate interest on capital. So write by interest on capital, and always remember in your debit side you will have drawings, interest on drawings, only 2 items. Other than all other items comes in your credit side. Now if you see the format, what we had in our partners capital account, only drawings and interest on drawings, all other items come under your credit side. So interest on capital, how much they have told? 70,000 is capital, interest is 8%. So how to calculate? So by interest on capital, 70,000 into 8% into 9 divided by 12. Why it is 9 divided by 12? So for how many months he was there in the business? Let's see the question. So when did he die? So Akash died on 31/12/2017. So their capital on 1/4/2017, in the sense the financial year started from 1/4/2017. He died on 31/12/2017. So how many months he was there in the business? That is April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November and December. So how many months he was there in the business? That is 9 months. So you can't calculate directly, that is 70,000 into 8%. Why? Because he was not there for the whole year, right? He was there till only how much? 31st 12 2017. In the sense, how many months he was there in the business? Into 9 months he was there in the business. 9 divided by 12. So the total month is 12, and out of total month, that is 12 months, he was there only for 9 months in the business. So we have to calculate capital, that is 70,000 is capital into 8% into 9 divided by 12. If you calculate, you will get 4,200. Next, what I have told? Salary, right? So Akash salary 2,000 per month. So, whether we can directly calculate 2000 into 12? No, he was not there for the whole year, right? He was there for only 9 months. So, for how many months we have to calculate? 2000 into 9, because this is 2000 per month. So, how many months he was there in the business? 9 months. So, by salary account 2000 into 9, so we'll get 18,000. Clear? Yes. Next, what they have told? Profit and loss suspense account. So they are telling that the profit has to be calculated based on previous year profit. Now, what is this profit and loss suspense account? So as I told, from the date of financial year, from the beginning date of financial year till the date of death. So we have to calculate how much profit he has gained in the organization. So that amount will be transferred to his profit and loss suspense account. So what did he tell? His share of profit up to the date of death based on previous year profit, firm's profit was 24,000. So they have given 24,000 was his previous year profit. So how to calculate? By profit and loss suspense account, transfer that amount to his profit and loss suspense account. So 24,000 was previous year profit into, so for how many months he was there in the business? For 9 months, right? So how to calculate? So 24,000 was previous year profit into, for how many months he was there in the business? 9 divided by 12 into, what is his share? They have told this is total firm's share, right? So this profit what they have given, this is total firm's profit. Now we have to calculate his share of profit. So what is his share? That is 3 by 6. It is 3:2:1 is a profit sharing ratio. So 3 by 6, 2 by 6 and 1 by 6. So this is of Akash, this is of Anil and this is of Adarsh. So his share is how much? 3 by 6. So into 3 by 6. Clear? So this is previous year profit 24,000. For how many months he was there in the business? 9 months into his share of profit, because they have given total firm's share of profit, right? So we have to calculate only his share of profit. So by profit and loss account 24,000 into 3 by 6 into 9 divided by 12. So we'll get 9,000. So profit and loss account is how much? 9,000 and the salary is 18,000. Okay, now what they have told? Now come to the adjustment here. His share of goodwill is rupees 12,000. Now his share of goodwill is how much? 12,000, and this 12,000 has to be contributed by whom? Remaining partner Anil and Adarsh. Anil and Adarsh in which ratio? Gain ratio. Now here they have not given new profit sharing ratio, so we cannot calculate gain ratio. So old ratio itself is gain ratio. So remaining share is how much? 3:2:1 was total share. So the remaining share after the death of Akash is how much? 2:1. So it has to be distributed in which ratio? 2:1 ratio, that is remaining partner's share, that is 2:1. So Anil has to contribute 2 by 3 and Adarsh has to contribute 1 by 3. So 2 by 3 and 1 by 3. So how to write? By Anil's capital account. So who are the remaining partner? Anil and Adarsh. So by Anil's capital account share of goodwill, how much is share of goodwill? That is 2 by 3. 12,000 into 2 by 3. So I'll get 8,000. Next, Adarsh. The other remaining partner is Adarsh. So by Adarsh capital account, share of goodwill is 12,000 into 1 divided by 3. So I'll get 4,000. So this is of Anil's share and this is of Adarsh's share. Clear? Yes. So what you have to remember, first we'll transfer the capital of the deceased partner, that is Akash. Next, interest on capital. So they have given capital 70,000 into 8% interest into 9 divided by 12. Why this 9 divided by 12? Because he was there in the business for only 9 months. That is 9 divided by 12. So from the date of financial year, from the beginning date of financial year till the date of death. So he was there only for 9 months. So 9 divided by 12. Next we distributed salary, right? Salary they have directly told 2,000 per month. He was there for only 9 months. So transfer that. Next, profit and loss suspense account, they have given previous year profit 24,000 into his share, that is 3 by 6 into for how many months he was there in the business? 9 months. So that is how much? 9,000. Next, they have given his share of goodwill. How much? 12,000. So which has to be contributed by the remaining partner. Who are the remaining partner? By Anil's capital account and by Adarsh capital account. And in which ratio? Gain ratio. Gain ratio is how much? 2:1. So the total share is 3:2:1. Here Adarsh died. So the remaining share is 2:1. So that 12,000 has to be distributed in 2:1. So I'll get 8,000 and 4,000. Now we are done with this. So there is no drawings. There is no interest on drawings. It was there in the business. It will be distributed in the debit side. Now, what you are going to do? Balance both the side. So in your credit side, all the items are there in your credit side. So the total of credit side is 1,13,200. Whereas debit side is 0. So transfer that 1,13,200 to your debit side. So this is the balancing figure. So this is the balancing figure which has to be transferred to whom? To his executor account. So right, to Akash executor's account, balancing figure 1,13,200. So this is a simple problem where we have to prepare only deceased partner's capital account. Then the balancing figure has to be transferred to his executor's account. Now we shall begin with one more problem so that you can clearly understand how we are going to prepare partner's capital account as well as partner's executor's account. Let's go through the problem. Pawan, Madan and Suman. Now who are the partners here? Pawan, Madan and Suman were partners in a firm sharing profits in the ratio of 2:1:1. So what they have given? They have given there are 3 partners and their profit sharing ratio. Their balance sheet as on 31st/3/2017 was as follows. Here they have given the balance sheet, whereas in the previous problem they have just given the adjustment. So here balance sheet, along with that they will give adjustment. We have to prepare partner's capital account as well as partner's executor's account. Now go through the balance sheet here. We are having assets like cash 6,000, stock 12,000, debtors 15,000, investment 15,000, building 32,000. Coming to the liability side, we are having sundry creditors. There is a reserve fund. So remember this reserve fund. So there will be an adjustment relating to this. Next, they have given capital of all the partner, Pawan, Madan and Suman. Now go through the adjustment here. The partnership deed provides that in event of death of partner, his executor is entitled to get the following. Now the partnership deed. So what is partnership deed? It's a document which contains terms and conditions of a partnership firm. In this firm's partnership deed, they have mentioned what are the terms and conditions to be followed during the death of a partner. Let us see what are their terms. So the first one is the capital at the date of last balance sheet. So here they have told that the balance of capital has to be taken by considering the last balance sheet. So deceased partner capital has to be taken. Next, his proportion of reserve fund. His or her share of reserve fund has to be taken. Next, his share of profit to the date of death based on average profit of last 3 years. So, how the profit has to be calculated? We have to calculate, or we have to take the average profit of last 3 years, then his share has to be given to deceased partner. Next, his share of goodwill. So here they have told that goodwill also has to be given. Goodwill of the firm is twice the average profit. So average profit is, or the profit is calculated based on average profit. Whereas goodwill, how the goodwill is calculated? Twice the average profit, and his share has to be given to the deceased partner. The profit of last 3 years were 2014-15, 16,000, 15-16, 16,000, and 16-17, 15,520. So they have given profit of 3 years. First we have to calculate average profit, then we have to give his share of profit. Then average profit, we have to twice the average profit, then we have to give his share of goodwill. Suman died. Now, which partner died in the partnership firm? Suman died in the partnership firm. He had also withdrawn rupees 5,000 till the date of his death. Now, 5,000 has been withdrawn by Suman. So, if the amount is withdrawn by the partner, so what it is called as? So, 5,000 is what? It is drawings. Prepare Suman's capital account and his executor's account. So, here, so we have to calculate Suman's capital account as well as his executor's account. Now first we shall prepare Suman's capital account. So what is the format of capital account? So we'll be having debit as well as credit side. So under debit side we will take drawing and interest on drawings. Whereas in credit side you will take all other adjustment. First we will transfer the capital. If there is any reserve, you will transfer that reserve. That is only to the extent of deceased partner's share. Then goodwill, interest on capital, if there is any salary or commission, that has to be taken. So these are the items which comes under credit side. Now how to begin the solution? Write the heading Suman's capital account. So we'll be having debit as well as credit side. Debit side particulars, amount, credit side particulars and amount. Now first what you have to do, transfer the capital of deceased partner. Now who is the deceased partner? Suman, right? Transfer his share of capital as by balance brought down. First transfer the capital, because in partnership deed they have told that the capital at the date of last balance sheet. So see the last balance sheet, how much capital they have given? 10,000. So transfer that capital as by balance brought down. So how much capital? That is 10,000. Next what they have told in the partnership deed, his proportion of reserve fund. Now go through the balance sheet. So reserve fund is how much? 20,000. So what is his share? So their profit sharing ratio is 2:1:1. So this is of Pawan, this is of Madan, and this is of Suman. What is the share of Suman here? Because Suman died in the partnership firm, right? So his share of reserve fund has to be transferred. So here Pawan share is 2/4, 1/4 and 1/4. So Suman's share is how much? 1/4. So transfer that reserve. So 12,000 is 20,000 is reserve. So 20,000 into 1/4. So transfer reserve by reserve fund 20,000 into 1/4. That is only the share of Suman has to be transferred to his capital account. Now go through the next one. What they have told? His share of profit to the date of death based on average profit of last 3 years. Now how to calculate average profit? So we shall see the working note. So what is the formula to calculate average profit? That is equal to total profit divided by number of years. So here they have given profit of 3 years. So 16,000 plus 16,000 plus 15,520 we will get total profit. Divide by number of years. How many years profit we have taken? 3 years profit. It is 1, 2 and 3. So total profit divided by number of years will get average profit. So upon that average profit, Suman's share has to be taken into consideration and it has to be recorded in Suman's capital account. Now we shall see the working note. Yes, so calculation of average profit. So total profit divided by number of years. So total profit, as I told, they have given 3 years profit, 16,000 plus 16,000 plus 15,520 divided by number of years is 3 years. So we'll get 15,840. Now how to calculate this profit, how to transfer his profit? So we have to transfer to profit and loss suspense account. Way to transfer this profit? Profit and loss suspense account. Now what is this profit and loss suspense account? From the date or from the beginning of financial year, it is from the date of beginning of financial year till the date of death. So we have to calculate what is the profit. Now the average profit, here the profit they have told, we have to calculate on average profit. So average profit is 15,840 into what is his share? It is 1 divided by 4. 2:1:1. So Suman's share is 1 divided by 4 into, for how many months he was there in the business? He was not there for the whole year, right? So when did he die? So Suman died on 1/7/2017, right? So they have given balance sheet date when? It is 31st/3/2017. So our financial year begins from 1/4/2017 and he died on 1/7/2017. So from 1/4/2017 to 1/7/2017. So how many months? April, May, June. So July they have given beginning of the month, right? So for 3 months he was there in the business, right? So how to calculate this profit and loss suspense account? Into 3 divided by 12. So how much we'll get? So by profit and loss account, so 15,840 is the average profit into 1 divided by 4, his share of profit, into 3 divided by 12 because he was there in the business for only 3 months. So we'll get 990. Next what they have told about goodwill, right? So his share of goodwill has to be given. So goodwill of the firm is twice the average profit. So we have already calculated average profit twice, in the sense into 2 of last 3 years, the profit they have already given. Now how to calculate this goodwill amount? Now go through the working note here. We have already calculated average profit. So goodwill is equal to average profit into number of years. So what they have told? Twice the year. So average profit into number of years purchased. So average profit is how much? 15,840. Twice in the sense 2 times, right? So into 2, so you'll get 31,680. So this is the firm's goodwill, right? Or the retiring partner's share of goodwill. Now we got firm's goodwill. Then what we have to do? We have to calculate deceased partner's share of goodwill. So who is the deceased partner? Suman. So Suman's share of goodwill is, so the total firm's goodwill is 31,680 into, what is the share of deceased partner? 1 divided by 4, right? So into 1 divided by 4, so 7,920. So their profit sharing ratio is 2:1:1. Now Suman died, so what is the remaining share? 2:1. So this amount, that is 7,920, that is Suman's share of goodwill, has to be given by these 2 partners in the ratio 2:1. That is the remaining partner. So Suman's share has to be given by the remaining partner, that is Pawan and Madan, in which ratio? Gain ratio. So what is the gain ratio here? 2:1. That is, leave the share of Suman, the remaining share will be gain ratio 2:1. So how much each partner will get? 5,280 and 2,640 has to be given by whom? Remaining partners to deceased partner. That is shared by Pawan. Shared by Pawan to Suman. So this share has to be distributed. That is 7,920 into 2 divided by 3. You'll get 5,280. And Madan to Suman, 7,920 into 1 divided by 3 will get 2,640. Now how we are going to write in partner's capital account? That is by Pawan's capital account, that is the remaining partner. Pawan and Madan are remaining partner. So by Pawan's capital account, share of goodwill already we calculated 5,280, write that amount. And Madan's capital account we have already calculated how much? 2,640. So write that amount, that is share of goodwill. Now there is drawings because the partner have withdrawn certain amount, right? So Suman withdrawn 5,000. So what it is? It is drawings. So two drawings account 5,000. So there is no interest on drawings. So leave that. Now what you have to do? Balance, and the balancing figure has to be transferred to his executor account. Now if you add the debit side, we are having only 5,000 here. Whereas coming to the credit side, we are having 23,910. So credit side is more. So 23,900, write both the side minus 5,000. So we'll get a balancing figure of 18,910. So what it is? So this is the balancing figure which has to be transferred to his executor's account. That is to Suman's executor's account. How much? 18,910. Next we have to prepare Suman's executor's account. So write the heading Suman's executor's account. So the format is debit, credit, particulars amount, particulars amount. So we have transferred here, that is to Suman's executor's account. Now in Suman's executor's account we have to transfer this entry. How? By Suman's capital account, because this is the balancing figure of Suman's capital account, right? So by Suman's capital account, so what is the amount? 18,910. So by Suman's capital account 18,910 transferred. So transferred from where? From Suman's capital account 18,910. Here in this problem they have not told whether they have paid immediately to the executor or not. So it is assumed that it is paid through installment. If they have mentioned it is paid immediately, then to cash or bank, paid in cash. So we'll write 18,910. That is the balancing figure of Suman's executor's account. So in my next session, I am going to discuss a problem on death of a partner. So in today's session, we had solved a problem where we prepare partner's capital account as well as partner's executor's account, and they have not mentioned clearly whether the payment is made in cash or not. So we left it blank, right? In my next session, we shall solve a problem where the payment is made in installment along with interest. My dear students, hope you have understood how we are going to solve a problem during death of a partner. See you all in my next session. Till then, take care. Thank you.